Today we're taking a look at these WNBA matches, which are happening on Friday, September 17, 2021, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 270 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting advice that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks and advice. Minnesota Lynx vs Indiana Fever. Minnesota steps onto the hardwood with a record of 20-10 for the campaign. The Lynx are connecting on 34.6% on shots from distance, 205 of 593, and 84.0% from the charity stripe. They have an average of 82.4 points per contest, 4th in the league, while hitting 45.9% from the field. They are giving up possession 14.2 times per game, and as a team they commit 17.6 fouls per game. As a unit, Minnesota is grabbing 34.8 boards per contest and has 615 dimes on the season, which is 4th in basketball in terms of passing the ball. When they are on defense, the Lynx are able to force 12.8 turnovers per game and they draw 17.4 fouls. They are conceding 35.2% on 3-point shots and they are ranked 4th in basketball in opponents' PPG, 79.0. The Lynx are allowing a shooting percentage of 42.5%, 383 of 522, and they surrender 32.5 boards per game as a unit. They currently rank 4th in the WNBA in allowing assists to their opponents with 549 relinquished for the year. Napheesa Collier is the leading scorer for Minnesota with an average of 16.2 points per game, while the second leading scorer and leading rebounder is Sylvia Fowles with averages of 16.1 points and 10.0 rebounds per game. Laisha Clarendon is the leader in assists with an average of 5.7 per game. Minnesota has 5 players averaging double figures in scoring. Our first betting advice is to pick Minnesota Lynx. Kelsey Mitchell ended up being a factor for the Fever in the game. She converted 6 of 13 for this game for a field goal rate of 46.2% and had 6 rebounds. Mitchell accumulated 18 points in her 38-04 mins on the court and had 3 dimes in this matchup. One more player who was a determining factor for Indiana was Lindsay Allen. She walked away with 5 dimes in her 36-59 mins on the court and she knocked down 5 of 10 from the floor. Allen ended the game having shot 50.0% from the field as well as collecting 14 points and 2 boards. Our second betting advice is to pick over Phoenix Mercury vs Seattle Storm. Brittany Griner is the leader for the Mercury when it comes to the scoring with 20.8 points per game on a total of 57.8% shooting. The Mercury as a team have ended up getting 81.9 points per game. The passing for Phoenix is sitting at 19.6 assists per game. The leader for the passing is Skylar Diggins-Smith with 5.2 assists per game. Rebounding for the Mercury has come in at 36.4 boards per game as a team. Griner is the leader when it comes to the rebounding as well with 9.5 boards per game. Phoenix enters this contest with a record of 19-11 for the campaign. They are averaging 81.9 points per game, 5th in basketball, while hitting 44.9% from the field. The Mercury are hitting 34.2% on shots from downtown, 220 of 643, and 79.7% from the charity stripe. As a unit, Phoenix is snagging 36.4 boards per contest and has racked up 586 assists on the year, which ranks 5th in the league in terms of passing the ball. They cough up possession 13.0 times per contest and as a unit are committing 16.5 personal fouls on a nightly basis. On the defensive end, the Mercury are forcing their opponents into 10.1 turnovers per contest and they draw 18.6 fouls. The Mercury defense is allowing an opponent shooting percentage of 41.2%, 303 of 559, and they relinquish 35.2 rebounds per game as a team. They are second in the league in allowing assists to the opposition, with 507 conceded on the season. They are conceding 31.5% on three-pointers, while they are third in the WNBA in opponents' points per game, 78.9. Our first betting advice is to pick Phoenix Mercury. Sue Bird ended up being a major contributor for the Storm in this game. She knocked down 1 of 7 for the contest for a field goal rate of 14.3% and earned 1 rebound. Bird had 3 points in her 25-48 mins on the court but finished this game without an assist. Someone else who was a determining factor for Seattle was Jewel Lloyd. She ended up with 3 dimes in 23-46 minutes played, and she converted 2 out of 9 from the floor. Lloyd ended up shooting 22.2% from the field and also notching 5 points and 3 boards. Our second betting advice is to pick over. Quick reminder, you can get 125% cashback bonus on your first deposit on our partner sportsbook BetUS after you open an account using our link down below and use our promo code HIGHSTAKES when making your deposit. Las Vegas Aces vs Chicago Sky. Las Vegas steps onto the hardwood with a mark of 22-8 for this season. The Aces are shooting 37.0% on shots from downtown, 147 of 397, and 81.5% from the charity stripe. They average 89.0 points per contest, first in the WNBA, while shooting 46.9% from the floor. Our first betting advice is to pick Chicago Sky. A'ja Wilson is the leader when it comes to scoring for the Aces with 18.7 points per game on 44.5% shooting. The Aces as a team have a great offense at 89 points per game. The passing has been led by Chelsea Gray with 6.1 assists per game and 2.7 turnovers per game. As a team, the Aces are getting 20.8 assists per game. The rebounding for the Aces has been handled mainly by Wilson with 9.4 boards per game out of the team's 38.6 boards per game. Our second betting advice is to pick over. Washington heads into this contest with a win-loss record of 12-18 this year. They lose possession via turnover 12.2 times per contest, and as a unit they are committing 17.0 personal fouls per contest. As a team, Washington is collecting 33.6 rebounds per contest and has accounted for 555 dimes on the year, which has them ranked 7th in the WNBA in terms of passing the ball. The Mystics are shooting 32.7% on shots beyond the perimeter, 269 of 823, and 80.7% from the free throw line. Our first betting advice is to pick Washington Mystics. New York looks to snap an 8-game losing streak when hosting Washington on Friday. The Liberty are 11-20 following a 98-69 loss to the Connecticut Sun. New York is currently 10th in the WNBA playoff standings and has an outside shot at reaching the postseason, but would need both Washington and the Los Angeles Sparks to lose each of their final 2 games and the Liberty win both of theirs. Sabrina Ionescu pitched in for the Liberty for this game. She converted 7 of 17 in this matchup for a field goal rate of 41.2% and had 8 rebounds. Ionescu scored 18 points in her 36-16 minutes on the hardwood and had 6 dimes for this contest. One more player who was a determining factor for New York was Betnijah Laney. She left the arena with 6 dimes in her 34-16 minutes played, and she knocked down 7 out of 13 from the field. Laney finished going 53.8% from the field in addition to collecting 19 points and 4 boards. Our second betting advice is to pick under. Good luck to all of you. That's it for this video. Stay tuned and stay safe for the next betting tips and advice.